One year out of business school, I decided I didn't really like the credit lending aspect of banking, but I liked the real estate aspect of what I was doing. I didn't know much about the real estate industry, so I researched the top local companies in leasing, property management, and development. This was before there was the internet, if you can imagine. So I had to leaf through industry magazines and ask people I knew for leads. I identified half a dozen people I wanted to get to know and learn from. And I cold called these folks and I asked them for a 20-minute meeting during the lunch hour for which I had a clear agenda. Over the course of 6 months, I got to everyone on my list and I learned enough to decide where I wanted to go. I joined LaSalle Partners, now Jones Lang LaSalle, less than a year later in an asset management role. One of the contacts I had made introduced me to the person that eventually hired me. I stayed with the firm for 4 years. It was in the industry for nearly 10 years before moving to executive search. The point is, ask people to share their professional insights with you. Tell people what your objectives are. Be purposeful and create opportunities for yourself. Here's some tips. Search and identify the most respected and senior people you think you can access. Though you're on a fact-finding mission, you are making an impression, so present yourself accordingly. Prepare targeted questions specifically related to what the individual does to show you've done your homework and are respectful of that person's time. During the meeting, honor the other person's time limitations and don't overstay your welcome. Don't leave with your resume. In fact, leave it behind, or just send an attachment with the thank you email or note. Hi, I'm Jenny Clark, a conscious leadership expert who spent 2 decades in executive recruiting and talent management, having worked with giants like Google and Spencer Stuart. I discovered that the secret to transformative leadership lies in the 5 dimensions of conscious leadership, and I'm here to help you unlock your full potential. Join me on this channel as we embark on an honest and vulnerable journey together to become the kind of leader that genuinely inspires transformation in your organization. I've got a little career boosting secret for you. Do you want the inside scoop on leadership plus some juicy tips and hot takes you won't hear anywhere else? I've got a newsletter that's basically your personal career coach in your inbox. Just click the link in the description to join in. Oh, and if you're loving this content, I know you are, click that subscribe button. It's like giving me a virtual fist bump, ensuring you won't miss out on any future videos. Let's get into some more folks you need in your network. Friends. People you trust who can give you honest feedback about how you present yourself in different settings. While not always unbiased, friends can tell you the good and the not so good about yourself. Get an honest assessment of your image from a good friend. Is that hairstyle from high school still really working for you? Are you projecting the maturity and professionalism that you want to project? Ask a friend to conduct a mock interview with you or listen to your elevator pitch, even if they don't fully understand what you do. Even better. Have your friends check your speech patterns, volume, pitch, extraneous words, and hand gestures when presenting in a one-on-one or group setting. Tell your friends what you're seeking from your career or your job search. You don't know everybody they know. And be a friend to your friends and offer constructive feedback to them. When asked, it increases your chances of receiving the same. Alumni network. This can be a rich network that should be cultivated throughout your professional life. Social networking has made it so easy to identify and reach classmates from college, graduate school, even high school. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain by staying in touch with people. Periodically attend alumni networking events in your city. If you're a subject matter expert, offer to be a speaker. In addition to leveraging the Career Management Center, you can tap into the usually secure alumni website with your password to find former classmates who are working or have worked in your space. Occasionally, you will even find job postings from employers. Go to reunions. I just went to mine. Get on the planning committee and leverage your own network for the benefit of your whole class. And send updates to that alumni newsletter thing, which provides an easy way to help people find you. Alumni do not have to be limited to just graduates of academic institutions. Many large corporations have formed alumni networks expressly for the purpose of providing former employees a forum in which they can share information and leads. Again, social networks like LinkedIn and Facebook have such groups and are easy to join. One of the coolest aspects of networking on the internet is that you can connect with people you have never worked with or even met. Executive recruiters. Having been an executive recruiter for 12 years with one of the world's leading search firms, I feel strongly that job seekers should not expect recruiters to hold the key to their next opportunity. Recruiters are intermediaries who worked for the employer, and while they are aware of many excellent opportunities, those opportunities represent a relatively small fraction of all the jobs hired for in any given year. I would even suggest that in difficult economic times, employers often forego paying the executive recruiters hefty fees in favor of posting internally or doing the search themselves. Having said that, there is an art to knowing how to deal with search firms so that you do get the call when they have something juicy. So identify the firms that work in your current or intended industry and function. Recognize these names and return the calls you receive from these firms. If you aren't interested in what they're calling about, tell them that you are interested in. Refer or recommend others you know who might be right for the role. Recruiters make note of that in your record and will keep calling you if you're helpful and cooperative. When seeking a contact at a firm, determine the search consultants who work in your field, sector, or function, and send your resume to them electronically to upload into their database. Their names are on the firm's websites. Do not write a Dear Recruiter cover letter. Come on now. Request a courtesy interview to get to know the specific search consultants so they have a feel for how you present yourself, even if they don't have a client with a current need for someone with your background. These are rarely granted anymore, but if people think you're at a company that might become a client or your background is uniquely compelling, they might invite you in to get acquainted. Please don't stalk recruiters to see if they have anything every week or every month. Focus your energy and time on executing your own career mapping strategy. Social media. Okay, so it's not a person, but Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, X, even YouTube are social networks where you can express your job interests and get leads. Note that confidentiality generally goes out the window in these situations, so be judicious. You don't necessarily want your current employer to know your intentions. I'm a big LinkedIn fan. This site is a great way to stay abreast of people's professional movements, to reach out, to assist, ask a favor, or cheer them on. On LinkedIn, you can see how many degrees separate you from someone you might want to know. And you can see who knows the person you want to contact. So yes, when you have an objective as part of a larger strategy, these apps or sites can be great ways to identify and keep track of and connect with people. Here's what I want you to take away. The 8 types of people in your network are essential to a successful career. No matter how introverted or extroverted you are, this is about needing one another and approaching people in an authentic and transparent way. It also means you extend yourself to others. You've heard of reciprocity, right? If you want people to be there for you, be there for them. To get started, I suggest you put together a spreadsheet of people you already know and might need to get back in touch with, and those you don't yet know but want to. List their name, company, where you might have met, their contact information, email, phone number, what you might want to talk about, how they can help you, or you help them, when you last reached out, when you connected, and what you talked about. And make a point to review this list weekly as a reminder to catch up or follow up. Make time on your calendar for these connections, a coffee here, a lunch there, and this will become second nature. Get going. I get it. Taking that first step can feel daunting. I've been there too. But here's the thing. You've got strengths you might not even realize yet. I put together a free career mapping framework to help you uncover those hidden talents and chart your own path forward. It's not about changing everything overnight. It's about starting to see your potential clearly. Ready to explore? The framework's waiting for you. Just click the link in the description. Your future self will thank you for taking this small but powerful step today.